We could go on about this, and you've got to start thinking about, well, what roles would people play on a respective team if they're a D, an I, an S, or a C? I mean, that comes into play as well. Now, we're not saying that whilst we've got leadership for the Ds, we're not saying that they're good leaders. They just like to have a leadership role. They can be excellent leaders if they understand how to work with all these different styles, just the same as the I's, the S's, and the C's can all provide great leadership. If they do what? If they adapt and understand, and it's the same concept. If they are self-aware and they know where they need to perhaps be more directive, the same as if a D knows where they need to be a little more patient and tolerant and respectful of the people they're coaching. And you can sort of see how in your sport there are certain roles on the team, just the same as every other sport, even on a volleyball team, or if it's the quarterback in a NFL match. You think that with that territory goes certain behaviours, right? What do you think? Now, here's the thing. The example that you just gave there, Chad, the challenging thing is that what do you do when someone obviously doesn't have this naturally? They can actually have all of the technical skills, they can have the playmaking ability, they can read what's going on, they can be spontaneous, whatever, but they lack that ability to provide that communication. It's not just D, it's also a lot of this, that ability to communicate and talk on the field. Well, you've got to try and develop it. And then the challenge is going to be, is it going to be too big a stretch? Or maybe they can have it to a degree, and you've also got maybe a number 6 who can also do some of that role, haven't you? They've got to want to do it, absolutely. Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, if the player can't make that adaptation, the point I'm trying to get at is that asking someone to do something like this, it's like saying, well, people will say to me all the time, oh, there's an athlete, he's got great physiology, he's got a massive VO2, he's got a really good motor, but can't concentrate or is undisciplined, doesn't listen to the coach. But man, he could be such a success. But you go, but all of those other things, they're just as critical as all the other things that you just mentioned, right?